Hello. Today I decided to go live to talk about Poseidon, which um I want to channel a message with him from him. Um and actually I did a reading last night. It's in the title, so Poseidon's view of what is a priest or a priestess or a priestesshood, what it entails and stuff. It was interesting. I haven't pulled up the cards because I just wanted to kill some time with just getting out the cards and stuff. Trying to go based off of memory. Okay, I didn't shuffle them, so they're all on top. Awesome. Okay. That was pretty easy. Thank you, last night, Dylan. But I do need to get 2 possible cards out because I was unsure if I wanted to include them or not. So now these I did shuffle, but also they fell out or they slid out from underneath themselves. Last night, a couple times, and this morning, I think. I know which cards they were. I know which cards they were. I know which cards they were. There we go. Okay, they're together. Awesome. Ugh. For these 2 cards from the Cersei Tarot, I am unsure if I want to include them. And I did post these on my Instagram account. Hold on. Oh my god. I forgot something. Should be over here. So these are my 3 new items dedicated to Poseidon. Okay. I just want him to be here while I show you guys the items. So these were the first things that came. Same day. Different places. And I did make 2 posts leaving the shops that I got them off of Etsy. So here's this cool, awesome vase. And same thing back here. This was about, with shipping, like $15. It was a rare find too. So, and this tester bottle of Neptune oil, which I know he's not Neptune, but he is associated with the planet. So, and this is another like rare find. Let's see, like by that only 1 item. Like this isn't a rare item. This is multiple. And it is a brooch. This came yesterday or the day before. Excuse me. Yeah, let's see if I can. But there's better pictures on my Instagram. And over this image, because I did make 2 different posts the days I got them. But for this one, I selected the song It Girl. If you're on Instagram or TikTok, you'll know what it is. What that song is. So these 3 items have been around Poseidon. Since I got them. Okay, let me just And again, this reading is Poseidon. I guess maybe definition or what it is actually. Meaning of what is a priest, priestess, priesthood, priestesshood, just that realm. Because I'm just curious because one of my favorite YouTubers, Sarah she just changed her name last month to Sarah Nightingale. She's been a priestess of the Morgan for I don't know, like a year or so. I forget. But then I don't need to tell her or tell you about her stuff. But and of course I've been thinking of possibly becoming a priest of Poseidon. So I just wanted to do a reading of what he says is a priest. Okay. Because I might want to become a priest, like I said, and I do have something in the works that I haven't started actually working on, but I've been doing research about it. Just been too many possibilities, so I'm frozen due to the possibilities. So, and after this reading, I'm going to do a general reading since yesterday was a full moon. So, because I wanted to do a reading, or possibly wanted to do a reading on that day or like the day before, but too busy. So I'm going to do it today. Anyways. So what is a priest? Like, what are their responsibilities and what they have to go through to become a priest? 9 of blood, which is I have 9 of wands. 13 of wands. This would be, there we go, the Queen of Wands. 12 of nature. This would be Knight of green. Oh no, sorry. The reds are swords. Sword. Green is wands. Okay. 12, I believe, would be the knight. Yes, the knight. So, Knight of Wands. This would be the sacrifice, which I would, I believe, would be death. Crap, I forget. I don't know if it actually says it or not. Sacrifice X. So that'd be 12. I want to say Wheel of Fortune. Oh no, this is the Hanged Man, which makes sense. And this would be the magician, which makes sense too. And this makes sense as well. This would be the the Hierophant. And I decided to pull 2 more cards. I think these were at the bottom. 3, which is the Empress, I believe, or yes, the Empress, and the Ace of Wands. So I'm going to use the no, not that one, this one, this guidebook from this tarot deck. So this is what Poseidon says what a priest is or does, / how to become a priest. Excuse me. So the 9s are called birth of, and then the suit, so birth of blood. Woo! I didn't just eat, so I don't know where this is coming from. 9 of Bloods. There are many phases of bringing a new life into the world. Conception, pregnancy, labor, birth. All have their challenges and their joys. This is the actual moment of birth following the struggles and blood of labor, and contains perhaps the deepest pain of all. In that moment, birth and death can feel like very close kin. As the baby emerges, the mother loses a connection that has been a part of her in a very integral way for 9 months. So it is a death of sorts. Now she has a new life to care for, to form a new connection to. Death always brings an ending, but also brings beginnings. Life and death are a continuum. Divinatory meaning, uh, completion, endings, beginnings, uh, con, continu, uh, continue, continuity, and connection. So this theme plays out a lot within these cards that I drew. A lot of birth, death, and rebirth, balancing energies, bring things into being, taking things out of being. Um, Woman of blood. The woman stands in stillness, only her chest heaving is deep breath, with deep breaths as the adrenaline eases from her body. She has a flintstone knife covered in fresh blood from her recent kill. Maybe the prey she chose to hunt was stronger than she anticipated. Maybe she was unexpectedly attacked and had to defend herself from a beast. Either way, she had an experience that required a short burst of extreme aggression in order to preserve her own life. She had to act swiftly and decisively. Now that it is over, she struggles to regain physical, mental, and emotional equilibrium. Divinatory meaning swift decisions, aggressive attack or defense, concerned effort. So, um, like being a priest, I'm just going to use priest as a general catch-all. So, being a priest would mean that you would have to fight for your own and others, and that would have to deal with making decisions, preferably wise decisions. Sometimes you need to attack, and sometimes you need to defend. Like I'm not really talking about physical attack and defense, but like spiritually attack, spiritually defend. Like that could even mean like uh, use your voice, like politically, like show up to vote, to help change for the better, whatever that is for you. Con- concentrated effort, which goes along with that political stance. You could need to try to get it out. You have responsibilities to uphold to help your community, even like community in general, not just your um, community of other people who work with that specific deity, not just pagans in general, not just witches, but your whole overarching um, community, everyone, the whole state, the whole town, city, or wherever you're from, the whole state, the whole country, the whole world. Um, so you have responsibilities in the physical and in the spiritual. So whether that be weirdly enough, but as an example, um, doing exorcisms. That's what it is. Which is funny because I had a dream a few months back, before August, of me going around exercising people with vodka in my hand, like a whole ass bottle of vodka, drinking it and spitting on people in the name of Hecate, exercising them of demons and stuff. Which is funny because I do not work with her, and she does not want to work with me. So it's like, why would I have that then? um, so it doesn't necessarily mean the old Christian way of exercising people. Like almost every culture from history and from around the world have their own takes and practices of exercising people or cleansing a person of something specific. Okay, three of nature. Oh wait, no, 12 of nature. Funny. Okay, as animal of nature. The monkey and the man represent the evolutionary process. So you're going to have to evolve from what you were, non-priest, to become a priest. Some sort of spiritual, physical, emotional evolution. Probably all three, or how many other aspects to life there are: spiritual, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. So four, maybe. Um, so evolutionary process in so many ways, the biological and evolutionary distance between the two species is actually quite close, and it would be easy to think that the step from one to another is small. However, the reality is that the distance between animal and human is very large. This card represents that journey and reminds us that being human is hard. So he is saying that to be a priest, you have to know that being a human is hard, clearly. And that you do need to go on a journey, um, which is interesting. I wonder if the journey card um, will come out on the Oracle deck I use, because it's been coming out quite a lot. So, represents a journey and reminds us that being human is hard. So a priest should know that. God, it just slipped my mind. there is, again, equilibrium between life and death. God, what was I going to say? Oh well. And ironically, while we are born human, we find ourselves spending much of our lives learning to become human. It suggests that sometimes the effort of to fight our lesser nature and to elevate our higher nature takes a lot out of us. So yes, the priest should know that burnout is a thing and that sometimes you do need a break. Like, I'm not just talking about like the priest himself, like taking a break, which yes, you need to do, but for the people that he is talking to, helping out, needs to realize that being on a spiritual journey can lead to burnout, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. So it's always great to take a break. And that finding the lessons of what being human is about. Um, uh, so it's kind of like anti what we're learned to do, like on the go at the rat race and um, hustle culture and stuff like that. It suggests that sometimes the effort of takes a lot on us when we become exhausted physically, mentally, emotionally, or spiritually. It is harder to be the people we want to be. So, in order to be the person that you want to be, you have to realize that rest is important. Hypnos, the god of sleep, call on him because he will help. And also, there's a couple others about rest and stuff. But, anyways, then the wise thing to do is to take a rest. Animals seem to know that better than humans. Yes, because that is how the infrastructure of our society works. They want us to work, and die while making money. Maybe we aren't as smart as we think we are. The inventory meaning, acknowledging progress made. That's a great point too. Priests should know that themselves acknowledge the progress that they have made in all aspects, but they also need to teach that acknowledging the progress that you have made is important. And like, have a little celebration. Assessing your state of being, needing and taking a rest. So I wish I was better, more articulate than this, because and like filtering the vibes I'm getting into the proper words, the proper sentence structures and stuff. So assessing your state of being aware, like you can do body scans, meditation, stuff like that. Okay. And this is the Hanged Man, which is great too because some decks have the Hanged Man as Odin. If you know anything about him, he's the god who hung himself to gain occult knowledge. So, and a priest uh, is to like do that too because throughout this reading and also from history, there needs to be a death of the person, like more symbolically. Like some do have you like temporarily die and then you come back to life. So another death and rebirth. And then there's, I think, some who I forget. Crap. Anyways, so the Hanged Man, different perspectives, is another meaning of the Hanged Man. So this is called the sacrifice. You can even see that as like god or goddess or what have you. Okay, the sacrifice. Experiencing the sacrifice of the self is a traditional shamanic rite designed to bring one closer to spirit. And that could be like that experience that people have sometimes, near death experiences. Being forced to confront the moment of death forces all extraneous thoughts away, making way for intense clarity. First, we are filled with fear and try to clutch at life. Then, as we exhale and face the loss of life, our awareness is heightened and realize truths so undeniable that we feel them in our very bone marrow. We may realize our love of life, our deep gratitude, and our desire to continue living. The truth is, we will find different truths as fear drains away and we are filled with something more, something forgotten. Divinatory meaning detachment from the physical world, rituals to nourish wisdom, finding the true essence of life. Perfect. Um, yeah, I think most of the cards that I would like kind of consider to be more priestly has come out. The sacrifice or the hanged man, the magician, and the literal priest of the tarot, the Hierophant. The high priestess would have been pretty good too, um, which would be the Great Mother, which she almost came out, but um, detachment from the physical world's rituals to nourishing wisdom, finding the true essence of life. Yeah. Okay. 1. The Magician. The magician reaches towards the heavens, towards perhaps the sky gods and goddesses, as if to grasp wisdom with his hands. He is open to learning and understanding the secrets of the world. By doing so, he can fulfill the drive within to create and to change the world. He lifts his empty hands and eyes filled with faith skyward, knowing that his connection to the divine is strong and certain that he will find what he seeks. He will explore the truths that govern the heavens and apply them to the earth. He will learn how to he will learn how the world works and apply that knowledge to the spiritual world because they are connected. I was just about to say that after this reading, this card. They are mirrors of each other. Divinatory meaning will, skill, understanding, moving power from spirit to physical and from physical to spirit. So, perfect card, like I said earlier, for learning to become a priest is that it really goes into the Hermetic philosophy of, or the law of, I forget what it is, but it's as above, so below, as within, as without. So, a great way to become a priest is to recognize that everything is interconnected. Um, you are God, God is you. The universe, literally, scientifically, we come from stardust and star stuff, whatever it's called. Um, so they're made, the stars and galaxies, what else is out there, is made from the same stuff as us, as we are of them. So, building up will and skill will definitely help. Like working with fire elements is really good to try and learn with your will, like your true will and stuff. Because that's the element closely related to the aspect of the will. Understanding, you will need understanding of your god, goddess, the gods, whatever. Um, Understanding of um, nature, laws. Um, like by laws, I mean like spiritual, universal laws, but also like you could even go into like human laws and even scientific laws too if you want. Because again, it's not my journey um, to it's not my not right, but it's not my place, I guess, to fully define what is and is not priest or priestess. Um, so, anyways, and of course, it's really great to have the understanding and skill and will of moving power from spirit to physical and from physical to spirit. So it's kind of like giving offerings. Just one aspect of, here's an offering, physical, like burning it is a really popular thing because the smoke is um, usually depicted as going up to the spirit or the gods or whatever. And then, again, perfect card, literally the literal priest card came out, the shaman. With the use of his hagstone, the shaman sees into the future, into the past, and into other worlds. He performs the ceremonies and rituals that keep his people grounded. Sorry. In the cycles of life and that create change when needed. He honors the ancestors and the spirits, keeping them fat and happy. So he honors the ancestors and the spirits, keeping them fat and happy so they will rain blessings, provide help, and offer guidance. He searches for lost souls to return to people. He patrols the boundaries, keeping dangerous spirits away. He is a spiritual warrior. I believe I did say that, yeah. A father and a mother to help mother to his people, performing the rites that will support them from birth through life and into the arms of death. See, like I said, death, rebirth, birth, birth, death, and rebirth are all strung out in this whole reading. Okay. So inventory meaning spiritual responsibility. Like I said, you do have a responsibility to like spread your God's message. And that doesn't really mean how the Christians do it. How about like door knocking and like, do you have time to talk about our Lord and Savior? Blah blah blah. Because a part of my thing that I want to work on is redefining some words and practices like priest. What is a priest? What are their responsibilities? What else? There's a few other words too, but anyways, God, spiritual responsibility, wisdom, ceremony, ritual, spiritual protection, and that's another. I think one of the things I was talking about like exorcism and stuff. You can also do spiritual protection too, like spell work, including the deity, kind of possibly preferably. Um, Gaining wisdom, ceremony and all in ritual, um, somewhat. Well, one of the aspects of being a priest. Um, so 3 is called the mother, which is the empress. Which, for a second there, when I pulled it out of the deck, I thought I did have the father. The mother. The mother takes clay from the surface of the earth and forms into something new. So that figure, statuette, right there, and then breathes life into it. Breathes life into it. In this way, through her special magic, she combines the physical and the spiritual, just like I said for the Hanged Man and or the Magician. After she has brought something to life, she cares for it, protects it, so that it grows into its full potential, becoming what it was meant to become. So again, molding, sculpting, yourself to become a priest, and also molding, sculpting um, people. Like, I don't want to call them followers. Just people in general, and like preferably not have political influence. Like breaking them of their addictions or negative self-talk, negative cycles, just unhealthy habits and thought patterns and stuff like that. And like even the physical body too. Possibly, you know, work out, eat health, eat healthier, like all aspects. Um, like you need to care for your people, and by that, again, all people, even ones that you do not agree with spiritually, aka religiously. Politically, just that stuff. Um, Care for, protect, so that it grows into something, into its full potential, becoming what it was meant to become. As I can see that being a major issue. Death is also part of life, and the mother understands the cycles that govern all life on Earth, whether a clay figurine or a human body. All eventually crumbles and decays, returning to the earth to be made anew. The spirit of the mother is with us as we are born, accompanies us through life, and ushers us away when our time is spent. Divinatory meaning: motherhood, birth, death, care, tenderness, fierceness, and cycles of nature. So literally everything I just talked about with the past cards. Okay. 2 or 3? 1. Okay. 1 of blood. Okay. Okay. 1 of blood, which is etching of blood. The etching shows a bison pierced by arrows from the hunt. We see the profile of, there's no fierce aggression on his face. Just a calm understanding he needs life to survive, literally death and life and rebirth. So very phoenixy. God, sorry. He takes no joy in killing, even if he might have pride in his killing. Killing in the hunt is not sport, but simply a matter of survival. I think it came out again, but about survival, knowing that we need to survive, whether it be the financial, emotional, physical, mental, whatever, financial, like I said, survival, like all aspects of survival. Um, okay. Even though it comes through brutal means, thanks are always given to the spirit of the animal. So gratitude is always helpful. Um, to the spirit of life itself, hunting is necessary and can be done as humanly as possible. Sometimes survival requires more than food, like money, mental stability, peace, inner peace, emotional stability, physical stability. Sometimes survival requires more food. If protection from other tribes is necessary, the hunter will face that need with the same lack of joy and the same calm acceptance of doing what must be done. The inventory meaning doing what must be done, like awakening people, helping people with their awakening process, um, spiritual responsibilities of sharing messages from your deities, what have you. Ability to be a hunter or warrior. So look up the archetype of the warrior. Um, and also, like I've said before about balance, like really look into the concept of yin and yang, which I've always really connected to since childhood. I've been meaning to get into that more. And then, like, you can possibly go into, well, let me talk about, there's a book called King Warrior Magician Lover. I forget the authors, but it's the four mature masculine archetypes. To my knowledge, they didn't write the feminine um, because in the book it tells you why. Um, just masculine for men reasoning, which is fine. That's why I wanted it. But in there it talks firstly about the boy psychology and the boy archetypes, and then the masculine, male, grown, mature male archetypes. It's really interesting. I've only read a little bit, but really helps. You can even go into Jungian um, psychology and his archetypes. There's some other person that has archetypes too. Joseph Campbell, I believe, has archetypes as well. He might be part of the Jungian type of philosophy for that, so I don't know. And the primal drive to survive. Um, I guess it'd be. I don't think he really wants me to speak on this part. Like, it's either not that much affiliated with being a priest, or like not at all, or just like having to figure it out. um, so that's that with this deck, anyways. And then for these, for for this one, I decided to like more information, whatever, about this card, and I was debating if I should get one card for each, and also have an overarching one. but I decided not to. But 10 of Pentacles. That's either Socrates or Plato. I'll read the card. But it's for the Nine of Blood, Nine of Wands, or excuse me, Nine of Swords, which is about death and birth. Okay, 9. Completion, endings, beginnings, continuity, I'm just going to say, and connection. Oh, yeah, and connection, I believe, was in here a couple of times, or a few times before, or at least helping the collective. So, connection to spirit, to yourself, to the gods, to the ancestors, to your community at large, or your collective at large. Because it's also important to like connect to yourself too. Because I think that's part of like the process of coming from non-priest to priest is to, have a spiritual awakening and stuff, but also in that process of connecting to yourself. That's kind of like the whole point. And hold on, I think I heard a raven or a crow. That'd be amazing. I see one. See it anymore, but oh, I see it. Ow. That doesn't hurt. Yep. And it was over one of my neighbor's yards. So that's kind of cool. What's the word? Auspicious, maybe. That's neat. Great timing. I guess that would kind of be like a not a clarifier, but like I guess. um, God, where is my brain today? But anyways, so this card. So 10 of Pentacles is usually great financial gain, or you already have great amounts of money, or at least enough to be comfortable. I also want to say happy family too, but that's more 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Cups. But it's good to not have anxiety over not having money. Okay, inheritance for this deck. It only lists one for the minor. So inheritance, inheriting your own power, inheriting your own belief. I can know, not being afraid of your true power. Inheritance of your spiritual gifts. Inheritance. What is it? Is there something else to that inheritance for this? Inheritance, inheriting a spiritual connection. And I feel like animism would be really helpful for being a priest. Because just because about 3 of these cards from the main ones that I pulled talked or showed depicted animals. The 13 of blood talked about her killing an animal. The 12 of nature has a chimp on it and talks about evolution. 1 of blood talks and shows about like an ox or something. But these cards, both of them do have animals. This has dogs on it, which normally that kind of this kind of goes with the wall color. So does this a little bit too. But anyways, dogs are for guidance, and it talks about being a guidance counselor. um, there it is again. Let me just look real quick. Oh my god. Yeah, I need to start working with a raven. I think it's a raven. It's really easy to get that and a crow mixed up. But excuse me. Okay. So guidance, and also they're all dogs are protectors too. So, and whew, 2 dogs, so 2 um that can go with different worlds possibly, but as above, so below, as with and as without. Um, masculine and feminine, or divine masculine, divine feminine. He's also petting one of the dogs as well, so that's cool. I'm trying to listen to myself on if I should look up what 10 of Pentacles is or not. I don't know. Anyways, the Queen of Cups is. Oh, I'm going to. Okay, it's even better. Okay. 10 of Pentacles. So that says inheritance, like I said. Great amounts of money. A lot of prosperity, abundance, for sure. Okay. Okay, unexpected financial windfall, lump sum, will, deeds, trust funds, inheritance, like I said, solid foundations, like solid foundation of knowledge about your God, possibly some of the practices that they did when that God was being worshipped. Foundation in like spiritual practices, grounding, centering, meditation, psychic work, stuff like that. Privilege, inherited issues, ancestry, family home, family business, family responsibilities, family values, family support, family issues, family riches, old money, affluence, business, empire, domestic bliss. That'd be great. That would be great for sure. Contracts, pensions, long-term financial security, stability, being conventional, traditional, settling down, prenuptials, marriage, marrying into money. So like marriage could not necessarily be like actual marriage between two people, but marrying together the physical and the spiritual, like one of the cards said, marrying you and the god. Like again, not marriage, but becoming more like a one, like a relationship. I think I'm saying them a lot. Okay, for the Queen of Cups, for the overall. So, I'm just trying to see if I can get her really good. And she has a cat, which I mean probably is like fierce, like one of the cards where it's talking about fierce, ferociousness, power. It could kind of possibly mean like stability, like physical stability, like stamina or something. Intuition, following your instincts. So she again is like pretty spiritual, emotionally mature, and connected to her emotions. So, and the guidebook says, okay, whoa, what the hell? That was weird. Sorry. Okay, cups. There we go. Okay. She understanding is the key word. So again, understanding the polarities, understand the universal laws. Like there's many types of spiritual laws from Hermeticism, different modes or models of magic. Just so many. Follow them, don't follow them. Um, understanding your God again, understanding your inner self, understanding the connection of as above, so below, as within, as without, mirroring, understanding different aspects of life and like death and birth and rebirth again. Just a whole lot of the same ass messages or same messages in general, because that's what a priest is. Or like a spiritual leader or what have you. Let's see. I have right here. Okay, Queen of Cups. Sorry. Mature, emotional, female, security, femininity, loving, warmth, sensitivity. Like you need to be again loving, even though that someone may not have the same beliefs as you, or even like condemns you per se. You still need to show like love and kindness. I mean, mental yes, but emotionally mature um, about it and like say great, thank you, awesome, whatever, or something like that. Um, warmth, sensitivity, again, like sensitive to other people's feelings, possibly, and their energy. So a bit empathetic, um, empathy. Now that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be an empath to be a priest. Like I don't really consider myself an empath, and it's funny too because I dug a little bit into that. It's like a year, no, probably like 2 years or so before the empath thing was the whole last thing. But when I was looking it up, it didn't really connect. So sensitivity to others and their emotions and what possibly might have led them to believe that stuff. Sensitivity to your God or whatever you work with, being sensitive to their wants and like intuition, basically. Kindness, happiness, intuition, romance, loyal, faithful, shy, easily wounded, pretty, beauty, daydreamer, psychic, empath, creative, artistic, inspirational, healer, listener, like creativity and being artistic is amazing. Like I would prefer to be an artist, like make art and have art being my main income, and then anything else. Inspirational would be fantastic. Like the leader of the army, whatever, like giving their speech and empower and inspire their soldiers. Healer, again, great work for a priest, whether being an actual doctor or nurse, or energetic healer, an herbalist, any healing whatsoever. Listener, listening to people, their problems, and what they're going through, etc. Again, repeat. Counselor, caring, supportive, and good mother. So that's what that says. Okay. And now I'm going to call on him. Sorry if that's looking kind of disrespectful. I didn't do. Okay. I'm going to open this. Okay. I call upon the true God Poseidon. I open myself up to be receptive of the true God Poseidon. May he be here now for this reading. Oh. Okay. Hello. Okay. Thank you, true God Poseidon, for being here. Okay. I'm just going to say that some of the cards I've been seeing repeat for myself are probably going to be out here. So that would be like community, not possibly scholarship, but I forget the word, but it relates to being a teacher. But yeah, okay. True God Poseidon, what is a priest? Can we get an oracle message for what is a priest, like what they do, what are their responsibilities, what are they supposed to go through to become a priest? What is a priest? What are they supposed to do? How are they supposed to become one? Go through responsibilities of priests. Whatever you want to say. Okay. What is a priest? What is a priest? And for the person who's watching who missed the beginning, I'm just like I did a reading last night with Poseidon on what is a priest, and I'm doing a oracle card reading on what is a priest because I may or may not want to become a priest. And partnership could come out too, and I'm just gonna stop the bottom. Okay, partnership. Okay, what is a priest? What is a priest? True God Poseidon. What's a priest? Okay, true God Poseidon. Okay, true God Poseidon. What is a priest? True God Poseidon. What is a priest? What is a priest? Let's see here. Okay. I'll probably include all those. So, okay. So, for the first cards, multiplicity. That's probably talking about being open-minded to the possibility of multiple realities, multiple truths, keeping in mind that this is where I'm trying to work on myself with having like two opposing beliefs and stuff being true at the same time. But multiplicity, again, keeping in mind that two opposing views can be true at the same time for a person and whatnot. And this is another one I'm working on. And I'm doing pretty well, actually, about multiplicity of two opposite emotions and thought processes being true at the same time. A great example, my mom died in August, and I was her caregiver for 11 years. And that took a strain on our relationship. She was my mom, I was her son, and I was not her son for a long time. I was caregiver, then her son. So it messed up our whole relationship. So after she died, I was glad that I did not have to take care of her anymore because she was, again, like trying to become aware, of course, of two things being correct at the same time. She was ruining my life, um, ruining our relationship, having me like late bloomer, basically. But yet I'm sad too because she is my mom. I love her so much, and I will miss her. She's not going to be here for any major life um, uh, life happenings, like finding a boyfriend, getting married, having kids, getting a house, and other milestones, major milestones in my life. She's not going to be here in the physical. I guess she's going to be here spiritual, yes, but it's also the physical. That's important too. She's not going to be here, and most of the time I do break down a little bit, or sometimes I break down a lot. But I'm not breaking down right now, which is fine. Um, but yet, again, I can hold those two truths of her, me being glad that she's dead because I do not have to worry about her. I do not have to worry about her ruining my life, making my life hell. Um, but two, I can feel sorry that she is dead because she didn't get well. I was supposed to help her to get better, and that she will no longer be in my life anymore, missing out on major milestones. So that's one of the things I'm working on. So multiplicity. And then Valley of Annihilation, which isn't as bad as me think. Sorry. Uh, and Departure, which is fantastic, which I'll get into this. Anyways, where's the okay? Wait, no, it's over here. I thought it's probably still on the fucking ground. Hold on, let me go get the guidebook. Oh, I picked it up. So what did I do? Let me see. I'm missing something. I know where it's at. My phone's on top of it. Okay. Okay, multiplicity is page 59. Multiplicity. Keywords: complexity, resolving binaries, uncertainty. So, complexity, as in things are more complex than we think it is. There are many nuances to many things. Resolving down binaries, unnecessary uncertainty. Two circles coverage into one, converge into one. Two circles converge into one. Day unites itself into night. Death loosens itself to life. This card actively breaks down binary ways of thinking of ideas like right and wrong and asks you to hold multiple truths at once, like I was fucking saying. Can you honor the complexity of inhumanity? Can you hold two ideas at the same time in a more spherical way of thinking? Great, like I was saying. Valley of Annihilation. Okay, last one. The Valley of Annihilation is the last of the valleys in the conference of the birds before the group of birds reaches their destination. It is a place of purification, a journey towards quieting the ego and loosening old patterns. Literally, I think that was the shaman, or I mean, the hierophant of this deck, and or the magician, and or the um, hangman. A journey towards quieting the ego and loosening old patterns and identities. This card asks that you surrender yourself to silence, that you become the ocean. It offers, among its many mysteries, that you escape, die, and begin all new. Begin life anew. Literally, life, death, rebirth. This card may refer to places of deep introspection, sleep, like I said, sleep, hypnosis, and rest, or even altered states of consciousness. So meditation, taking some like marijuana or whatever to help with altered states of consciousness. Okay, departure, again, like departing from your old self, old beliefs, dying again, and being reborn with new, less ego, or no ego, um, annihilating the old self. Um, Departure from old beliefs and thought patterns, like it said, for multiplicity and the Valley of Annihilation. Departure, closure, deeper callings, retirement, and moving on. What feels heavy that doesn't have to? You might be leaving behind a difficult situation or ready to shed old patterns of behavior. It takes tremendous self love to choose a different, more unknown road. So, the priesthood path is you're going to have enough self love to choose a different, more unknown road. But again, you're a priest or becoming a priest, so you have a god or goddess with you to help you, guide you. But this is a card for both exit and entry, for going both outward and inward. So again, as above, so below, as within, as without. Working on yourself works out outside of yourself and the community. Can you heed the deeper callings that draw you forward? So you'll probably have a calling or a feeling of becoming a priest or priestess. Okay, so the interesting thing is that when I decided to cut the deck first, this was at the bottom of the cut. And I said, no, that's not cut there because I want it to be more equal. But still ended up coming out. So I decided to look at the 2 at the bottom behind this because, like, again, I normally pull 3. So this would be card 1, 2, and 3. And then I decided to, like, since this would have been on the bottom, so I decided to pull 2 and then 1. So I just included all of them. So it's talking about Valley of the Quest, which is fantastic. It's one of the cards I keep on pulling out. So I was technically right. Valley of Love and the Wayfinder, which is perfect for all this. Okay. Valley of the Quest, which is the very first card in the whole deck, which you'll see why it's all connected. Valley of the Quest. I'm not even going to say what it is because it's pretty obvious, but also I'm going to get into it. Anyways, excuse me. The hero's journey begins here in the Valley of the Quest. This is a trailhead. The call to adventure. The call. And then call to adventure. An opportunity to affect a change in the world. What's out there may feel new and unfamiliar. But there is an intense accidentally. Anyways, there's an intense feeling of purpose. Like I just said, you probably feel a call. This valley presents a time for opening to possibility, a time to balance the will to act, but trust in what may want to unfold organically. This card may refer to shedding skins, new contracts, travel, and occupying more public spaces. Again, perfect for becoming a priest, or what is a priest, I should say. Valley of Love, which is funny because literally the next card. It's number 2, 1 and 2. So Valley of Love, which again, doing it out of love of your God, yourself, and of the collective. So Valley of Love. The Valley of Love demands that you act from the heart. If the heart song feels hard to hear, this card asks you to listen closer, to lean into feeling. Again, Queen of Cups, emotions, connect to your emotions, listening to your intuition. Can you hold boundaries as an act of self-love while also staying open and vulnerable to love's saturating wisdom? Weep, grieve, melt, be seen, rejoice. So, like, I think one of these cards talked about boundaries and boundary setting, or just boundaries in general, which is another great thing to talk about becoming a priest, is that you also need to learn to set boundaries, which again will help you educate or help people learn to set boundaries more and better, and how to keep them, etc. And also boundary, boundary of like the physical heading into the spiritual, and then vice versa, the spiritual to the physical, or like the veil, which is the boundary. Anyways, this card may refer to shedding. Okay, wait, no. This card may refer to specific spaces of devotion, such as spiritual religious centers, so like an altar, personal altars, or even nightlife. It may also refer to personal spaces of romantic and sexual intimacy. So again, sex. Unless if you're ace. So, okay, the Wayfinder. being the leader, which you kind of are already if you want to become a priest. The Wayfinder, the Wayfinder, the Wayfinder. I think it's the last one. No, close though. Third to last. Okay. This is Capricorn Earth. With their powerful vision, the Wayfinder can see and sense far beyond the horizon. They are an incredibly generous and supportive figure, revealing themselves as a guide for those who feel lost or confused. Connected. With their vision focused on the bigger picture, helping the collective and whatnot, the Wayfinder can be unconcerned and even a little aloof with the day-to-day. Still, they offer comfort and protection for long journeys, both of the physical domain and spiritual ones, like I said. Ultimately, the Wayfinder knows that the way out is in, like I said, within. That true north lives in the body. Perfect. Bottom of the deck is humility. Okay, humility. Okay, humility. This like arcana part, the wisdoms of this deck is have quotes, and I believe all of them do come from Tao Te Ching. So the farther you go, the less you know. Tao Te Ching, verse 47. Water supports all life, but asks for no reward. It stays grounded, low to the earth, and curious about every explored crevice. But water moves powerfully nonetheless. How freeing to say, I don't know, or I'm sorry, I need your help. I have so much to learn. So, again, have humility for yourself, the gods, and people. Remain grounded. Celebrate the earth. Animism. Stay curious about things. Oh, come on. What the fuck? I haven't been on that much. Stay curious about things. Feel free to say, I don't know, sometimes. That's another one of the things that we need to learn as a society. As if we don't know, we should say we don't know. I just all the time. Or I'm sorry, I need your help. I have so much to learn is another thing we need to learn about accountability. And I'm sorry. And we also need to learn to say, I need help. I have so much to learn. Like, don't be shy and don't like demonize yourself. That's another thing about this whole thing as well, to not punish yourself, not get yourself down, not demonize yourself about your emotions and thoughts, and to say, I don't know, or I'm sorry, or I need your help, or I have so much to learn. Because you are ignorant in some fields. Gestation is the bottom of this deck as well. Gestation, incubation, growth, potency. There is something new afoot which needs carefully tending and focus. So like gestation, like I'm surprised that the gardener card didn't come out or might come out, because gestation, you need to go within, plant seeds, positive seeds of spiritual, mental, physical, emotional, financial, whatever seeds. You need to become your better, higher self, balancing the higher self, the middle self, and the lower self. Just using let him cook type of meaning from that audio. Let him cook. You're being birthed, but you're still in the process, still an embryo, still getting nutrients, still getting growing eyes and eyelids, hair, fingers, toes, whatever, your other organs and stuff. So gestation. You're becoming who you're becoming. Your God's helping you out with that. Okay. There is something new afoot which needs careful tending and focus. Though anticipation builds, some things can't be rushed. Again, you cannot rush yourself. Do not, again, this is for you and for the people who you talk to, from the priest's standpoint, is that rushing and comparing yourself to others' paths and stuff does you more harm than good, which usually is pretty obvious. But try not to compare yourself and your journey to others, because it is your path. It is you. You are your journey. You are you. It's your own path, so don't judge it by other standards and societal standards. So, anyways, some things can't be rushed nor released prematurely. It might be a good time to hold this close to the chest, to let it marinate. That's funny. Sorry. The growth and unfolding are inevitable. Can you water the garden, but release your expectations of exactly what and when it will flower? And underneath that is value of detachment. Value of detachment. Okay. A journey through the valley of detachment is not always a comfortable one. Again, not comfortable to become a priest or awakening in general. It demands an excavation of your anxieties around that which you can't control. That's another great thing about we should learn in society, wise, but also priests, that you can't control what you can't control. More than a routine spring cleaning, it's just not that you possess nothing, but that nothing possesses you. And I think it's Lao Tzu or something. I don't know. I think Chinese or Asian philosopher said something like that. This detangling is a long-term project rooted in love, honesty, and accepting the truth that everything changes. Literally everything here. This card may refer to a physical move, a retreat, or sometimes a breakup. It may also refer to open spaces like night skies, deserts, or oceans, where there is fullness and emptiness. Clarity. Amazing, gorgeous. Love her. Okay, clarity. 40. Okay. Clarity. Insight, which, yes, you're a priest, or wanting to become a priest. So let's do intuition. New revelations, which again will happen. Confidence. You need confidence in yourself and belief in yourself and your intuition and your God. Or gods, whatever. The mind is a powerful tool after a series of challenges or a period of time away. You've emerged with a border broader perspective and clearer understanding of the situation. Again, said it already. This card indicates a new lightness of knowledge and an assuredness in your decisions. You're holding all the keys. There's no need to second guess anything. Like I said. Okay, this is kind of one of the cards I wanted. Um, that's why I'm going so deep, because I saw it and I thought, perfect. Liminality. Transition and limbo, mystery and renewal. A bird takes the first form of its own cocoon. You may be between projects, relationships, or other chapters in your life. In traditional rites of passage, one must leave the day-to-day life to enter a liminal space between being reborn anew into society. Literally, again, what I just said. Here, a part of them dies, and a new part is born. Death. Again, life, death, rebirth. This won't last long, but attuned to messages you may receive in this space. Again, literally clarity. This is a realm of magic, possibility, and becoming. Literally, gestation into liminality. And haven't gotten like the birth card yet, but pretty damn close. Okay. More cards. Healing. Again, healing yourself, healing within, healing without, healing people, healing your community, healing the earth. Healing. Well-being, connectedness, reciprocity. Again, connectedness, connected. That's what some below. That's what I was about. Trees have been known to support each other by sharing nutrients through their roots. This card invites you into a space of compassion. Told you, compassion. Love. Into the slow and beautiful work of healing. Again, slowness takes time. What hurt needs holding? Can you cultivate the conditions that allow healing to happen for yourself and others? Sorry, I've been talking a lot. So, this is relational work. We heal together, like I've been saying. After that, the death card. Again, death. We have gestation and liminality. So, being born, or in the process of being born. And again, death. Endings change. Recomposition. An old bird rests atop a pile of bones where, oddly enough, flowers are growing. This card signals significant change and, of course, an ending. It may be difficult. That's okay. Do not turn away, but also don't dwell too long. Can you meet this moment with an open heart? Employ rituals for grieving and release. Then let yourself be free. Out of that, perfect again, growing pains. It's gonna fucking hurt. I believe that's more, yeah. Okay, growing pains, challenges, temporary discomfort, potential setbacks. One of my last readings, I mentioned that because this came out. So, some breakthroughs have us walking through fire first. The work burns, the work hurts. Can you still listen to that which is soft and asking for an extra hand? Can you hold off on comparing your journey to that of others, like I said? When the bones ache, a massage can help. Like everything's fucking ugh. In a good way, of course. Okay. Scholarship. Again, looking into your god, any possible cults. Not today's cults, but cults are kind of like the different denominations of Christianity, Judaism, etc. So, new skills and knowledge. Again, death brings life, which brings new knowledge, like one of the cards have said. A lot of cards have talked about knowledge and getting new stuff. Collaboration with your god / spirit. Education, educating yourself through death and life, and educating yourself again on their practices, like if you want to include them, but just educating yourself on them is better than not. A group of birds gather around the flame of knowledge. What will they learn or unlearn? That's another thing of unlearning old patterns, again, like 3 times at least mentioned here. In their pursuit of truth together. How now is a time to question old ways of thinking, dig for information, and cultivate new things. Again, cultivation. Cultivate new skills. This may require finding a new perspective or listening more deeply to others. With a beginner's mind, who knows what puzzles might be solved? Oh, that's cool. I flipped right to it. The Destroyer. It's a very, I was going to say Jupiterian, but I don't know, maybe. Leo Fire, by very tower from the tarot. The Destroyer, Leo Fire, a formidable character. The Destroyer can be a hard energy to take in. They are a force of nature, unapologetic, untamed, and unafraid of change. The Destroyer does not seek permission to their wielding of chaos, but this ferocity can also be a gift, guiding us out of our illusions. They can, again, breaking through illusions is a great thing too, usually. They can be called upon when a serious course correction needs to be made. Like a forest fire, they can unlock hidden resources and spur new and unexpected growth. Literally, God, I swear. Everything's just connecting. I'm not going to go into more, but I'll just go with one more. The Morist. So that's probably like love. Because to me, I think Morris is amor, which is like Latin or French or something for love. So Pisces water, standing in the waters of a blooming fountain. The Morris is a fluid, pleasure-seeking type with a great passion for life. They are in tune with their own emotions and are sensitive to the feelings of others. The Morris is a rational creature and forms bonds easily. Relational creature, excuse me. The Morse is a relational creature and forms bonds easily. So connecting with community and stuff. They value a deep connection to the world around them. Animist, sing spirit and everything, sing the gods and everything, in every human, etc. Though they sometimes struggle on their own. Again, asking for help, not being afraid to help, or not being afraid to ask for help, whether from a god that you're becoming a priest of, or from people. Um, they can be easily hurt, but ultimately, the Morris' biggest strength is their vulnerability. Again, being vulnerable to ask help, etc. Okay, so that's that. I might end it here because I was going to do a. Yeah, there's a little band there. Probably because I've been talking for now 40 minutes. Like, holy crap. That's gonna see if he can, if Poseidon would give us a message. But as you can tell, my voice is, well, my throat. Hey, bird, how are you? Okay. I might come on later today, either on here on YouTube or on Instagram. But but oh my god. But that's all I have for now. That was Poseidon saying, "What is a priest?" These are freaking hella long videos. Like, holy crap. But I might make a shorter video, like pre-recorded, maybe, with like kind of like a script of what we talked today, trying to make it not. I was gonna say 142 minutes, but not making it an hour and 42 minutes long, like maybe 30 minutes, maybe shorter, but I don't know. One last message from Poseidon. Why not? This deck. Woman of Soul, which is the Queen of Cups. The woman holds a potent ritual item and hesitates. She faces a difficult decision. Putting on a mask is not a game. It is a powerful ritual. Each mask has its own magic and should not be taken up lightly. Donning the visage is a way of either awakening and freeing the power within or invoking the medicine, that medicine into her body. Once the mask is in place, she will become someone different. Maybe something different. So not human, I'm guessing. Her life will be forever transformed, and once something is transformed, it cannot be changed back to what it was. If she is driven by fear or ego, she could make a tragic mistake. If she is moved by the light of her soul, by song of her heart, she will begin a marvelous journey of discovery. So very point on Poseidon for the last message of this reading. So probably will go south if you do the ego negative part, and if you choose the higher positive God, goddess way, uh, light up her soul and her heart to begin a marvelous journey of discovery. Demonstrating meaning: difficult choices, available power, acting from healthy and pure motives. So it's your decision to act upon becoming a priest or not. And then we have free will, so available power, you have it within you and from the God or goddess. Acting from healthy and pure motives. So you do have to have pure motives and not just do it because um, you know, becoming a priest or like a Christian priest or father or what have you, just to gain power, control, money, etc. But genuinely having good, pure, healthy motives of wanting to spread the God's word. And again, not the goal isn't really to have people come on your side and not necessarily build a church, you could say, like a gathering of people. That's not really the point. It's just helping people out, transforming themselves into their better, higher selves, and balancing out the higher self, the middle self, and the lower self. Again, getting out the messages of the God that you work with, and literally basically everything else that's been in this video. So, okay, an hour and 47 minutes, almost an hour and 48 minutes. I'm going to get off. Have a good day, and here's my new Poseidon brooch. Follow my Instagram, same below. Have a good night or good day. See you next time, and bye.